So hello, good afternoon, grade 11 prime. I am teacher Mara. How are you today? Can I get a heart react to see if all of you are okay and to know if you are here with us today? So Jaslyn already gave us a heart. Daryl also. Angelo. How about the others? Can I get a heart react to know all of you are okay? Since all of you are okay, then let's start our session with a prayer.
Heavenly Father, we come to you today with humble hearts, seeking your guidance and wisdom as we begin this program. Lord, we ask that you would bless every person who has gathered here today, and that you would be present with us in a special way. We pray that this program would be a time of learning, growth, and fellowship for all of us. Help us to listen to one another with open hearts and open minds, and to support one another as we strive to serve you in all that we do. Please give us the strength and the courage to follow your will and to use the gifts and talents you have given us to make a positive difference in the world. We pray all of this in your holy name.
So now to move forward, let's have a short energizer to boost your engagement since it's already afternoon. Are you familiar with the activity called Name Tree? Are you familiar with that, students? Well, if not, then I will explain it to you. So, Name Tree is about a short game wherein all you have to do is name three things under the category that I will be saying. So, for example, name three things that you find in a classroom. So, the first student who raised their uh, hand will, of course, answer it and will have to give me three things. So, for example, three things that I see in a classroom is a blackboard, a chair, and a desk. Are we clear on that? Can I get a thumbs up or can you give me a thumbs up to know whether you understand the instruction I gave? Okay, how about the others? All right. So for now, I want you to name three things that you need in an online class. So the first student who click the raise hand button will of course answer my question or will give me three things. But if that student failed give three things. Of course, the next student who raised their hand will have the opportunity to ask. Now, I want you to name three things that you need when you are applying for a job. What do you think is the thing or at what do you think are needed when you apply for a job? Can you name three things under the category that I already said? What are the three things you need when you are applying for a job? Yes, Jaslyn.
uh, Resume, formal clothes, and uh, ball pen.
So do you agree with what Jaslyn have said that you need a resume, a formal clothes, and a ball pen, of course, for your job application? So now that I observed that all of you are excited for us today, is that let's move forward to checking up attendance, but with a twist. So to see whether all of you are here with me today, I want you to type in our chat box the word ready to learn to recognize that all of you are here with me today and also for me to know that all of you are ready for our discussion later on. If you are present today, kindly type the word ready to learn if all of you are here with me today. So I can see Jaslyn is ready to learn. Miguel also, Angelo, and also Daryl. How about the others? Are you here with us today and ready to learn? Just type in our chat box to see if all of you are ready to learn. And now Sheila already typed ready to learn. Now that all of you are ready to learn, Teacher Mara has a task for you. So Teacher Mara, what is our task? Your task is, what? Can somebody please read our classroom rules for today or your task in our session for today? Yes, Miguel?
Uh, Classroom rules. E. Take part and participates actively in online classes. A. Always open your camera during the session. S. Show respect to everyone in the virtual space. K. Keep your digital space organized and free of distraction.
Are your tasks clear to all of you students? Can I get a heart react to see that you understood the task that I have given to you? So now that you already know your task, I want you also to be guided on what will be our discussion for today. So for our objectives, can somebody please read the first objective? Daria, can you read it for me?
Um, am I audible po?
Yes, but somehow you are logging. Somehow you are lagging, Daryl, but if you can, I can call other students. Can somebody please read our first objective today? Sheila, can I hear a voice from you?
Audible po ba?
Yes, it is.
Letter A, identify the unique features and essential components of a resume and an application for employment. Letter B, practice integrity by ensuring accuracy and consistently following professional and writing guidelines. And lastly, letter C, construct a clear and well-structured resume and application letter.
So our objectives for today are clear to all of you. Can I get a thumbs up or heart react to recognize that you already understand our objectives and you will be guided on what will be our discussion for today. So moving forward, now that all of you are ready to learn and all of you know our objectives, is that we will have an activity entitled Crack the Code. Do you know that? Crack the Code? Well, if not, I will explain it to you. So Crack the Code is wherein you have to crack the code where will you see the number substitution code that I will be flashing on the screen, and all you have to do is determine what the corresponding letters are. Can you build from the number that I have given to you? And after that, I will call three students to answer the three given numbers to form the word. What is that word? And all you have to do is check the number substitution table code that I will be flashing. And for now, can you see the number substitution code flash in our screen? Can I get a thumbs up to know whether you already see it? Okay. So now, what is number 1? The number 10, 15, and 2, all you have to do is check the table and what letter corresponds to that number given. Yes, Jocelyn, you're raising your hand.
Job po.
So job. Let's see if it's job. Well, it is a job. Good job, Jocelyn. How about number 2? What does this number all about? Yes, Angelo.
Resume po.
Let's see if it is resume. Well, it is a resume. Very good, class. And for the last number, what does this word numbers is about? So what do you think is this word? So check the number substitution code to crack the code. So what do you think is this word? Yeah, Sheila, you're raising your hand.
Application letter po.
Application letter. Let's see if it is application letter. Well, exactly it is. So very good class that you already easily cracked the code. So now, I want you to observe this word class. What do you think these words have in common and when they are typically used? The job, the resume, and application letter. What do you think or where do you think they are typically used? Observe the words class and see. What do you think where it is being used? Is it being used in school or not? Or in another way? Yes, Daryl?
Am I audible po ba?
Okay na. Yes, you're audible now.
Can I ask po ulit to repeat the question?
Oh, so Daryl, I want you to observe these words and see what do these words have in common and when are they typically used? The word job, resume, and application letter. Where do you think that it is being used?
Ma'am, I think it is being used for seeking a job or applying for a job po.
So Daryl said that it is being used in a job application. Well, exactly, it is being used in a job application wherein the word job corresponds to the resume and application letter that are tool when you are applying for a job. Do you agree with what Daryl have said? So yeah, so now that you know that it is about job or job application process, how do you think these terms are important in the job application process? How are these terms important or essential in the job application process? The words resume, application letter, and job. How do you think it is important in the job application process? Miguel, do you want to say something?
Yes po, teacher. Uh, it is important the resume application letter because the company or we are applying for is determining if we are qualified to that position that are applying to. So that's my answer po, teacher.
So it is essential in the job application process because from what you have said, it is also a tool for you to get hired by the potential employers that you are applying for. So exactly that answer is correct. So let's now move on to another activity to deepen your understanding about what will happen in our discussion. Ooh, wait. Yan. So the activity is entitled Match It to Make It. So I will send you a link wherein you will see a number tiles, and from the number tiles, there are words that corresponds to resume and application letter. All you have to do is match where those words belongs to. So for example, the word job, where do you think this job belongs to? And all you have to do is answer it. And of course, I will send it now. Just tell me if you can access it for a while, class. Oh my, wait lang for a while. Let me just stop my screen and share the link. Since the link is not responding to my other device. Wait for a minute. I already sent the link. Can you check it if it's accessible or not? Accessible or not? So you can see there are number tiles and the number tiles have a word and you have to choose where that word belongs to, whether it in a resume or in an application letter. You can see you can access it now. If not, I will just flash it in our screen for you to see what is that activity all about. For a while. Right. Is my screen visible now? Do you see the same thing that you have in your own devices from the link that I given to you? Can I get a thumbs up or heart react to know whether you already access it or whether you're having a problem with it? If not, then we'll just use the screen to answer it. So first, let's have this number one. So the number one have a body, and that's what I'm talking about earlier. So from the body, where do you think this is belong to? Is in a resume or in an application letter? You can raise your hand if you can access the link that I given to you, or if you can have it, just click your raise hand button for you to answer. Yes, Angelo.
Letter B po.
Letter B. So the body belongs to the application letter. Oops. For a while. Connection is unstable. Just let me start again. Oh, let's go back to another one because my connection have difficulty. So heading, where do you think heading really belongs to? In a resume or in an application letter? Where do you think heading belongs to? In an application or in a resume? Yes, Daryl?
Letter B po, application letter.
Application letter, let's check. Yes, it is belong in an application letter. Next is work experience. Where do you think this is belong to? A resume or an application letter? Yes, Miguel?
Resume po, teacher.
Resume, let's check if it's in a resume. Yes, it is in a resume. And for the third tile is education. Where do you think this section education belongs to? Yes, Jaslyn?
Ano po, resume?
Resume, let's check if it's in a resume. Yes, it is in a resume. And how about the fourth one? The personal information, where do you think it belongs? In a resume or in an application letter? Yes, Daryl, you're raising your hand.
Ma'am, it belongs to letter A, resume po.
Resume, let's check if it's in a resume yet. Yes, it is in a resume. How about the number 5, career objectives? Where do you think it belongs? In a resume or in an application letter? May I see other hand? Daryl is also raising his hand. How about the others? Miguel is also raising his hand. Okay, Miguel, what do you think this career objective belongs to?
Application letter, teacher.
Career objectives, let's check if it's in application letter. Oh no, Miguel, but it's not belong in an application letter, but it's fine. So for the sixth one, oh, for a while. For a while. For a while, class. I'm having a technical difficulties for a while. Oh. While. Since some of you already know where those words are already given, and I hope that all of you are aware where it truly belongs. So, okay, Miguel, if you put the career objectives in the application letter, we will tackle it about earlier. We will tackle it later on to see whether where it belongs truly. Oh, for a while. Let me just share my screen again. Uh, is my screen visible now? Is my screen visible now? Well, I guess so. It is visible now. So what number we have now? We're already in number. Oops, wait. We are already in number 6. So what do you think is references belongs to in application letter or in resume? Where do you think the references belongs to? In application letter or in resume? Yes. Daryl?
Ma'am, I choose letter A po, resume.
Resume. Let's check if it's in resume. Yes, it is. And for another one is skills and certification. Where do you think this truly belongs in a resume or an application letter? Yes, Angelo.
Resume po.
Resume. Let's check if it's in resume. Yes, it is. Very good, Angelo. How about the other one? Number 8, conclusion. Where do you think it belongs in a resume or application letter? Yes, Jaslyn.
Letter B po, teacher. Application letter.
So application letter. Let's see whether it belongs in an application letter. Yes, it is in an application letter. How about the number 9? Work experiences. Where do you think this belongs in a resume or application letter? Yes, Sheila.
Letter A po, resume.
Resume. Let's check if it's in a resume. Yes, it is. And for number 10, heading. Where do you think the heading belongs to in a resume or an application letter? Yes, Angelo.
Application letter po.
Application letter. Let's check. Yes, it belongs to the application letter. And for the 11, salutation. Where do you think it belongs in a resume or an application letter? Where do you think it belongs in a resume? Yes, Daryl.
Ma'am, I think application letter po, letter B.
B. Letter B, let's check if it's in an application letter. Yes, it belongs to the application letter. And for the last tile is complementary clause. Where do you think complementary clause belongs? In a resume or in an application letter? Yes, Jaslyn.
Letter B po, application letter.
So application letter, let's check. Well, it is belongs to an application letter. Well, great job, class, that you know some of the words or the section that truly belongs to an application letter. So now, is my screen visible now? Okay, for a while. For now is, I will have a question for you based on the activity that we did. We're matching the words into the correct category or where it truly belong. So, what is the connection between a resume and an application letter based on the given words that you connect from the activity given earlier? What do you think is the connection between a resume and an application letter? Where do you think, or what do you think is the connection of those two documents to each other? Do you think um, is a resume connected to application letter? Yes, Jaslyn.
Teacher, yes, po, I think connected. For application kasi you're saying where your intent, parang gusto mong mag-apply doon. And then, for resume is nandun na yung parang pinapatunayan mo na you are qualified for that position to apply.
So exactly, it is Jaslyn, for a resume, that they are connected to each other because they are used as a tool for applying for a job. So next time, class, I would like you to speak in English because this is an English class. So it's okay, Jaslyn. Okay, you can speak in English when I call you again. So, okay. So it is used in applying applying for a job, because Jocelyn have said earlier that resume shows what are the skills that the individual has, and of course, application letter shows you. It shows the interest that you have in that specific job. So now, from what have Jocelyn said and from what have we done earlier in the activity, is that what details do you think belongs in a resume and not in an application letter? What do you think are the details belong in a resume but not in an application letter? Yes, Miguel, you want to say something?
Hello po teacher. According to our earlier uh, icebreaker, I thought the two or the resume is part of the your educational backgrounds, because I see the resume have your personal backgrounds, your educational backgrounds, and your also in and your work experiences. So that's my
So for Miguel, what belongs in a resume but not in an application letter is the educational background and the education. Am I right, Miguel?
yes teacher,
The,
the personal backgrounds.
the education section. So
Yes.
um, here in a resume, you can see the education section and also the background wherein that individual is telling himself all about. So for Daryl, he mentioned in the chat box the references in the skills and certification where it is exactly also belong in a resume, but you can see it in an application letter. How about the others? What do you think belongs in an application letter but not in a resume? Since it's all about the education, the work experiences, and such. So, what do you think is in the application letter but not in the resume? Yes, Jaslyn, you're raising your hand.
I think teacher, the format, earlier when we tried to answer the different, I see that application letter have introduction, conclusion, body, but the resume I think uh, applies for, I mean, uses bullets or other format than a paragraph one. And application letter has salutation that cannot work. We cannot see it in the resume.
So, for Jaslyn, you can see there are structure, formal structure, like a letter structure, Jaslyn, right? Where you can see a heading, you can see a salutation, of course, the introduction body, and the conclusion part, and also the complementary close that is already seen in an application letter. So, based from this, why do you think is it important to know what information belongs in a resume and what belongs in an application letter? Why do you think it is important to know what we should put in a resume and what we should put in an application letter? Why do you think is it important? Do you think is it important to know what to put in a resume in an application letter? Jocelyn, you want to say something?
Yes, I agree with you, teacher, that it is important to know the difference between the two because when applying for a job, you need to, I mean, set set your, I mean, when you pass the application letter or the resume and your
Mm.
employer see that it is not accurate, of course, it will have an effect on your job application.
So it's all about accuracy, Justin. Am I right? That
Yes po.
that if you want to apply for a job, of course, you have to consider the accuracy of the information that you will be oops, my bad. What did I do? For a while. So for Justin, it's all about accuracy. wait for a while, accuracy, because when you're applying for a job, you have to make sure that all of the details, all of the things that you have to pass your potential employers is truthfully, and of course, it highlights what is in the resume and what is in the application letter, because they are different to each other. Yes, Daryl, you raise your hand. You want to add something? Daryl, you raise your...
Teacher, am I audible po?
Yes, you are.
I think, teacher, it's all about the integrity of a person in putting po details in the resume and application letter. Am I right?
Oh, it's all about integrity, okay, Daryl. But I am asking, why is it important to know what information belongs in a resume and what belongs in an application letter? Why do you think it is important to know the difference of each other, to know what to put in a resume and what to put in a application letter, Daryl? Can you hear me? Is it um is it clear to you that I'm asking about the importance of knowing what to put in a resume, what to put in an application letter? Oh, Daryl.
Teacher, yes po. It's clear na po na kasi kanina po it's medyo maingay po kasi here kaya hindi ko po siya gano'n narinig. But now I understand na po the difference between resume and the application letter. Can I answer po to make bawi?
Okay, Daryl. So, what is your answer about the importance of knowing what to put in a resume, what to put in an application letter? Do you think it is important to know what details to put and what details to put in a resume? Based on Justin, what have said earlier, it's about the accuracy. Of course, when you put it in a resume and when you put it in an application letter, there are different things that the employers might want to see. Is that clear to you?
Yes po.
Okay. Do you want to answer it?
Teacher, it is important po to know the difference between the application letter and the resume to able to magawa siya ng tama at yun po kapag hiningan ko po ng company kung sakali kung pag hiningan ka ng company ng application letter and resume, so alam mo po yung difference nun.
Okay, for you, Daryl, is to for the employers see the difference, what are included in a resume, what are included in an application letter. Okay, again, next time, class, I encourage you to speak in English because this is an English class. So, okay, so based on what Jaslyn and Daryl have said, it's about accuracy and about presenting a clear and concise information. What should a person uphold consistently when you are writing a resume or when you are writing an application letter to ensure that it truly represents your qualification or experiences? What do you think should a person uphold when you are writing a resume or application letter? Yes, Daryl, you want to say something?
Teacher, yung the answer I said a while ago, I think dito po siya napapasok na i-uphold po ng gagawa ng resume yung integrity sapagkat sa pagbuo po ng resume or paggawa ng resume and application letter, kinakailangan na meron tayong integrity dahil doon po nakapasok yung prinsipyo po natin at moral po natin.
So for Daryl, it's all about integrity for a while. Integrity, because for Daryl have said that when you are writing for a resume or an application letter, you must uphold integrity, because yes, it's actually true that you must uphold integrity when you are doing this professional correspondence, because it helps you to have a higher chance of getting hired, because you are presenting yourself in a truthful way, in a manner, whether you are facing difficulties or whether you are stranded into something that struggle you for you to decide. But when you uphold integrity, is that it assures you that you can be hired by the potential employer. Thank you for that, Daria. Note that it is correct. Upholding integrity is a must when you are doing or creating a resume, because you are upholding to the principles that you have. And for another one is that after knowing that integrity matters when you are writing a resume and application letter, what specific steps can you take to ensure that all the information that you presented there is actually accurately represented in that resume or application letter? In your resume and application letter, what specific steps can you take? What small steps can you take to ensure that everything you put in your resume is accurately represented, so that the employers will help you will help the employers to see what they wanted to see and what they are looking for? What specific steps can you take when you are writing a resume, or when you write a resume, to ensure that all of your information? Do you think it is essential to take steps when you are crafting a resume and application letter? Yes, Miguel, you want to say something?
Yes, teacher, I am agree with you po. Uh, uh, the application letter and also the resume, most of the employers now have have considered, or most especially considered, the the educational background of the applicant. So the first steps is we must have finished our academic, our educational backgrounds
Okay.
before the applicant or the company hired us here in the Philippines. But if we are applying also to other country, they don't, how do you call this? Most of the job uh don't rely on education but on the skills also.
So for you, Miguel, the first step you have to do when you will craft your resume and to ensure that all the information you put there is actually accurately, is that to finish your education first. Of course, it is a must for you to finish your education first, because it is will have a greater impact when you have an educational background when you are applying for a job. How about the others? Do you think you have an idea on what the steps you might take to ensure that your resume is accurately represented? Can I hear from Sheila? Sheila, do you have something in your mind, or what steps, specific steps or simple steps can you take to ensure that when you apply for a job, when you create a resume, is that it truly accurately represented who you are or the qualifications that you have? What do you think is the steps that you might take? Or any of you, what do you think the steps, specific steps that you will take? Yes, Angela, you want to say something?
Yes po, teacher. The specific step that we could take is that to recall our certifications that we accomplished during our education and after education.
So for Angelo, he wants to recall the certification so that it will help him when he craft the resume that he will use in applying for a job. Yes, Jaslyn, you want to add something?
Yes, teacher, for me, I think is to understand and remember all the parts or all the term we studied earlier when crafting our resume and application letter, because those terms or those parts are very play a vital role in making our resume and application letter an accurate one, and uh to have also, that's it, a great one, teacher, I think.
So exactly, it is, of course, it's a must for you to know or understand the parts because it will help you to craft your resume. Because if you don't know how to craft your resume, of course, it will lessen your chance or possibility that you will be hired by the potential employers. Now that all of you have an idea about our topic today, is we will now move to our discussion, which is all about resume and application letter. For a while, let me just share my screen again. Oops. I unshare it again for a while. Right. While class, let me share my screen. So all of you know, have an idea about what is a resume and an application all about. We will now move forward to our discussion today, which is all about a resume, of course, an application letter, and the unique features. What do you think? What makes a resume and application special? And of course, the requirements when you are wrapping a resume or when you are doing an application letter. Is my screen visible now? Is my screen visible now? Still loading. Okay. How about now? Okay. So let's now first uh, discuss what is a resume by knowing its definition. Do you see my screen now? Is it moving now?
Not yet moving po, teacher.
Why? You know why my screen is not moving? But for a while class, my screen is not moving in my end also. I don't know why. But how about now? Is my screen visible now?
Yes po, teacher. It is visible na po.
Oh, thank you, Angelo. So, of course, resume is about, comes from the Latin word resume, which means summary of what are the qualification or the background of an individual who is going to apply. And of course, it highlights certain details like the education, the objectives or the references and work experiences of that person applying for. Of course, a resume has a purpose. Of course, a resume gives the employers a snapshot of what is the candidate's qualification. So what are the skills? What are the educational background, the work experiences that may help the individual when applying for a job. Of course, it highlights relevant skills by presenting it in a concise way or in a concise manner. And of course, resume is also a tool for you or for an individual or a employee to get a chance of being hired, because when you apply for a job, a resume is a must. Am I right? Because it gives the employers what can you offer or what can you do when they hired you, because they see the resume of you, knowing the qualification, the background that you have. And of course it helps the employers, of course. The thing is this, it helps the employers easily understand and also know what they are looking for, because you are presenting your resume in a concise and bullet way of manner. Now that you already know the resume and its purpose, let's know what makes a resume special. What do you think, or what makes a resume is special? Of course, resume is special because first, it is typically 1 to 2 pages long. Unlike other documents that has a lot of pages, a resume also only consists of 1 to 2 pages long. So that means as resume is very ripped and also direct to the point, because you are only presenting the necessary information that you have, like the skills, the educational backgrounds and such. Of course, a resume uses bullet points So instead of writing a long paragraph, you don't have to write a long paragraph because when you are crafting a resume, is you use bullet points for easily reading, not only for you but also for the potential employer that you are for. And also, a resume is professional and formal. Of course, since this is a professional document, is um this resume is help you when you are crafting by using formal and avoiding casual or slang words when you are doing a resume. So this what makes a resume special. And also it is customizable for different job. What do you mean by that, Teacher Mara? Actually, you can revise, you can craft your
Teacher
resume.
Mara, time's up
Yeah,
na po.
thank you.
Okay. Congratulations, Teacher Mara. Time's up na po. Let me invite the participants to please, also the evaluators to please open their cameras, so we can have a photo opportunity. So let me call Miss Christina Obiguar to lead the counting and the capturing of the screen for this moment. But let me also ask
Ayun
Miss
po.
Miss Sugimoto to unshare the screen.
While kayo na po, Teacher Danny.
And good afternoon po. For the evaluator, kindly please open your camera. 1, 2, 3. Isa pa po, Mara yung PPT na.
For a while. Wait lang, Tina ha.
Wait lang po.
Ayan, visible na, Tina? Or loading pa rin? Ayan, Tina, okay na? Nakikita na ba yung PPT?
Ayan. Ayan. Okay na. Yan. Please open your cam na po. Yan. 1, 2, 3. Isa pa po.
Okay, so thank you so much for the participants. Pwede na po kayong mag-leave and may iwan na lang po dito yung observers, si Teacher Mara and the evaluators. So, while the evaluators are consolidating their comments, let me remind you that each evaluator can cite two comments, two comments for avoid and continue. So, let's start with Teacher Mary Joy.
Good afternoon. Can I be heard?
Yes po.
Okay, thank you so much. So, first, I would like to share the things that I would like you to continue, Teacher Mara. Your activities and the way you talk to the students are engaging, and I love that. Even though your energy is not that very high, but you don't speak monotonous, like, yes, monotonously. And also, the activities starting from Energizer are related to the lesson. And also, you explain why the answer of your student is correct. I love that. And you've repeated the questions for students. And another one is you encourage students to try to speak in English. And then technology is highly integrated. For me, the tools used are very well engaging and unique for me. And to avoid it is very hard because I can't think of any major or things to for you to avoid. Maybe there were minor grammar lapses, but I think they were just things of some. But because I can tell that you are aware of grammar structures because there were instances that you correct yourself. I'm sorry, yourself. That would be all.
Thank you, Teacher
Thank you.
Mary Joy. Yeah, thank you, Teacher Mary Joy. So let's move on to to Teacher Nicole. But first, let's a reminder po, kapag na-mention na po ng previous evaluator, mag-move on na po tayo dun sa new points po na pwede natin masabi about Teacher Mara's demo. Thank you po.
Uh, for me, first of all, I want to congratulate the teacher for your successful online demo. And to give my comments, one thing that is very commendable on your part is your voice and the audio of your demo because we can be or it can be seen that you are prepared in your demo teaching and also the consistency in your language and as well as your very good transition in every activity like the way you yeah your transition in every activity from one activity to another we can be seeing that it is smoothly transisted but for avoid I cannot say that it is avoid but things for improvement lang your question in the main activity, the question number two. Question number two is okay, but it could be better if you ask what can be seen in the resume but not in the application letter instead of asking them what details should be included because we all know that our questions should be direct for our students to be able to comprehend it quickly. And that's all I can say. Congratulations once again. Well done, teacher.
Thank you, Teacher Nicole. So there's another evaluator here, Anna Nicole, or is this the same account for Teacher Nicole a while ago?
Yes. So
Okay.
same with the other teachers' main points, and I'd like to add that I really like the fact that even though there was a few technical difficulties, you were calm and you remained focused and you um guide the students to remain focused as well amidst the technical difficulties. Now, for things to improve as well, I would be I would say the time management of it all. Because I felt that even though there was a few moments where you really like cleared out any misconception or confusion, it was a bit dragging. So um watch the time and watch the students because there are some things that um once that explaining once is enough. So that's all.
Thank you to our English majors for their insights. So, lastly, we have Teacher Rafi, our values education major.
Hi, Mara. So, kailangan ba mag-English din ako? Okay, sige. Para sa lahat. Okay, first of all, congratulations to your successful demo teaching. Even though medyo na late tayo, like 30 minutes, it's fine. But you still survived it. So, for continue, siguro ito yung manghang-mangha ako sa'yo. Madaldal ka. Not in a bad way, but uh, in a very good way. Kasi throughout the discussion mo, throughout the entire time, walang dead air. Yung technical difficulties na papasukan mo agad ng kung ano nga ba yung gagawin nyo ngayon, kung ano pa yung ilulook forward ng mga bata. So throughout the lesson, they are engaged and alam nila na hindi hindi ka nape-pressure, so meron kang grace under pressure, that's part of it all. And with regards naman sa activities, maganda. Actually, mabibilis yung activities mo. Meant siya para, ayun, kasya talaga siya sa given time. And ayun, proceed naman ako sa values integration kasi ayun naman talaga yung focus natin. Ayan, maganda yung doon pa lang sa third question, sa importance. 'Di ba? Nakuha na agad yung integrity ng isang student. But yung iba doon, kunwari sa ibang instance, sa ibang teacher possibly, pag nakuha na yung integrity, yun na okay na yun, 'di ba? But sa'yo, nagandahan ako na dinirect, kinorect mo na hindi pa yun dapat yung tanong. Ay, hindi pa dapat yun yung sagot. And dapat, ayun nga, nakuha mo siya dun sa question number 5. So, maganda na clear mo talaga sa student na hindi yun yung sagot sa tanong na hinahanap mo. Okay. So, sa avoid naman, siguro dun sa isa kong activity, yung match it ba yun? If kontrolado mo naman yung flow, maybe kung may setting, natanggalin mo yung timer para hindi ka paulit-ulit na inuulit mo yung app. Tapos, mas smooth din yung flow. And siguro, in more sa technical sense, yung sa camera, sa angle siguro, ay mas okay siguro pag nasa gitna yung face mo or kahit yung, kasi ano yung pagkita yung camera, basta hanggang shoulders makita sana para nakita rin yung non-verbal. So, yun lang. Congratulations and good luck sa future day.
Thank you so much to our evaluators para sa inyong comments na tiyak makakatulong sa pag-improve namin ng aming practice. So, salamat po sa pag-make ng time. Congratulations